usually this series, the Reign is Over series, is usually way more organized. Kind of, I want to say really organized, but it's scripted, it's heavily edited, and there's a lot that goes into it. But this time I kind of just want to talk to you face to face about my experiences with Twitter, because there's a lot that goes behind it. There's a lot that I like about it, there's a lot that I dislike about it, but I feel like I don't really know what to put in the background footage, so I'm just gonna put my face with music and hope you enjoy it. So I also have a little bit of a surprise at the end. You probably know what it is already, considering how a lot of my audience is now from Twitter. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about my experiences with Twitter. So it all started at the beginning of this year, actually at the end of 2019, when I made a new Twitter account dedicated to promoting my videos on there, because Twitter wasn't something I really knew how to do, but I knew that you can have a lot of people discover you just by posting stuff on there. And so that's what I did. It helped a little bit, but not really that much. I just put all my videos on there and hoped people would click on it. And it would work some of the time. A lot of the videos no one would click on, obviously. But basically, you know, I didn't really get Twitter that much until like summer, or at least like spring of 2020, when I finally started using it a little bit more often to, I guess, look at music communities. Because if you don't know this, I'm on music Twitter. A lot of my subscribers are, they would consider themselves from music Twitter, and that's specifically because of the way I joined and the way I'm going, the direction I'm going on there. Nothing really picked up until like the summer, where I ended up on Sean Faye Wolf's video. I've already talked about it a lot of the times, but the thing is, the whole point was that the reason why I even was able to become as big as I am right now on Twitter is because of Sean Faye Wolf, and I have to thank him a lot for that. Although he doesn't follow me on Twitter, and I'm pretty triggered about that. But that's not what this video is about. It's about me complaining about Twitter, because after I blew up on Twitter, that's when things started getting a little wild. Now, for the most part, the people I met on there are cool. A lot of them are really young, a lot younger than I expected them to be, but they're cool. I'm glad I wasn't on here at a young age, but they seem mature enough. But basically, the thing about Twitter is that there's a lot of people on here. A lot of really bad people on here. Specifically, when it comes to racist people, people are really sexist on here. There's a lot of misogynists. It's really dirty. And don't even get me started on like the degenerates on Twitter, like zoophiles and pedophiles are rampant on here. The pedophiles call themselves maps, and I already mentioned zoophiles. They just call themselves that. Like it's a thing. Once in a while, you'll see someone get exposed for doing it, and they're just straight up open about it. Twitter has actually finally been doing something about it, but it's not enough. There's a huge mass swarm of people who wanna do inappropriate actions to animals and children. And considering how many children are on this, it makes me feel so uncomfortable. Knowing that like these poor people that are on here just minding their own business, all of a sudden some pedo can just come out of nowhere and just do whatever they do. I don't know what they do, man. It's scary stuff. It's just I worry about a lot of the people on here. Not in like they're too young to be on here, but like there's pedophiles on here. Stranger danger. There's a lot of stranger danger, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Also, more information about the racists on here. I've been called the hard R before on here. There was a situation where my community got into a little beef with a different community. It was more like just one guy who had a huge community somehow, and he just started beefing with everybody for no reason, retweeting the replies, saying just trolling, I think. And it looked like it was fun and games, so I decided to kind of like join in and just be over dramatic. And since I'm a funny man on Twitter, I just said funny, stupid stuff. And that's what I did, and nothing went wrong until I think I might have the screenshots, but this one person decided to take it too far, and they called me a moolie. At first, I didn't know what a moolie was. I thought they were just making fun of the fact that I had a really bad hairline, and I get it. My hair it's crazy right now. It's always been bad. It doesn't affect me that much anymore, but note that like, I didn't know what a moolie was. I looked it up and I found out that's like what Italians would call black people. And I'm like, huh? Did this man really just call me a racial slur on here for no reason? I felt so angry. I was like, what? And the fact that they can get away with that, specifically because Twitter doesn't pick that stuff up. And then afterwards they blocked me. They blocked me because I can't really do anything about them if they just straight up block me. I was already mad about that. But then a few days later, I got locked out of my account. You may be wondering, what did you do? You are a funny man on Twitter. You probably said something offensively stupid. And it's like, no, I don't really say anything offensive on Twitter for the most part. At least I hope I don't. Apparently I said something. This is around when like the protests were happening, and people were like showing up pictures of like the police we can actually trust. One including Judy Hopps on it. And I said specifically, sorry, but we have to execute all police, and then proceeds to shoot Judy Hopps. So that tweet, obviously it looks bad out of context, but when you figure out what the context is, you're like, eh. So yeah, they locked me on my account for 12 hours. And I was really mad about it. So the thing that I did was release a diss track on Twitter. And you may be confused, like, why would you do that? Because I was bored and I was like, I can't go on Twitter anymore. I'm gonna just release a diss track. So I was able to DM people. So I DM'd my best person. Their name is Addy on Twitter, and they're like one of the coolest people I've ever met. And they have really cool music. You should check it out. Here's the SoundCloud. It'll be in the description below. Definitely, please give them a listen. Like they are lit. They're lit. They're new to the music scene, and I hope they blow up one day. But they helped me make this track, and they're truly amazing for doing that. Now I'll show you this track in a second, the music video and it for everything, and there'll also be a separate video that you probably have already watched. So yeah, I decided to release a diss track, as you already know, and it did numbers. Got over 100 plays, and I'm gonna release a video now, the music video, in a second. But I just want to thank every single person who has honestly given me a chance and either watched my stuff or listened to that song or just enjoyed whatever I put out on Twitter. Honestly, like, the fact that any of y'all like even enjoy a smidget of what I do is really cool, and I just want to thank every person for it. No matter how much I do not like Twitter, because it is a bane of my existence, the people on it are legitimately really cool people. Like, every single person I've met has been legitimately awesome. Now, some of those people have said dumb things. Keep in mind, they're children. Most of them are children. I'm sorry to say it. Most of you are like I already just said it. Most of you are children. But whether or not you are children, you are very cool, and I have high respects for every single one of you, except for you, Ryan. I should just say Ryan. Ryan, I hate you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for everything, and this music video is specifically for you all. Now enjoy. Yo, Twitter, I knew you was whack from the beginning. I thought we were friends, but it was obvious you were the enemy. Chat, you thought you was winning? Nah, bro, I'ma have to twist up the intensity. Are you stupid or something? Cause you're doing it fucked up, cuz. Let's go! What were you thinking? You thought I was thinking? Nah, bruh, you cannot stop me! I'm the incredible, edible, extra blast, nigga. What you did cannot be forgiven. 12 hours? You are not kidding. About to expose your ass for your lack of craft. You are not smart, you are not slick, you are nothing. You don't have heart, you are sick, you used to be something. I used to make fun of you, but you're way too pathetic. All your shit is way too hectic. No one even wants to be here. You banning me, expect me to say, oh dear. What was that tweet again? Oh yeah, fuck the police, there will be no peace, I do not regret it. Fuck Judy Cops, she gonna get drunk. Oh yeah, you got some dirty laundry, gonna air it now. You got pedos, racist, sexist, shall I go on? You like these idiots to be here, but then ban me to make you disappear? See way too much shit to not throw this fit. I'ma get off this shit, suck my big fat after it. I'ma make Twitter my bitch, and fuck whoever snitched. Out of all the tweets, your pick was way too weak. You inconsistent ass, I was called a racial slur, and you did nothing, it made it a blur. Completely forgotten, your platform is rotten, you torture these poor souls. What is your goal? Remind me? Cause you're a bore. Fuck your pedal lore. There's so much discourse. And you giving us no resource. Let shit slide. You know I could die, and you know what? This ain't no lie. Fuck you, Twitter. You's a bitch. Fuck you, Twitter. You's a liar. You a bitch. Fuck you, Twitter. Fuck you, Twitter. Oh, Twitter. You're done. You're so done. Screw you, Jack Dorsey, Evan Williams, Noah Glass, Biz Stone. Y'all suck. Unban me, you turds. Oh wait, you did. It doesn't matter. You've lost. You're done. Bye.
Julian, this is trash. Do not upload this.
It's kind of too late.
Oh, really? You upload this?
Yeah.